concrete walls. There's a place for us where we could go, where we could be alone. Between city lights, we don't have to hide. I wanna go, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? I can't understand why we can't hold hands, but they don't know what we have is real love. Aren't you sick and tired of having to hide? I know place, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow?
There we go. We gotta at least put up the pretense that the room is clean, that the desk is clean. And I think that moving things from the desk to the cluttered table behind me counts as cleaning, doesn't it? Don't you think? Welcome to Livestream. I bought these cabinet, these drawers, these work chests, workbenches, whatever you want to call them. I bought them because I thought all this shit that I have sitting out on the tables and under the tables, we're going to move it into the workbenches, and then we'll have clean surfaces. So you can see how well that worked. Oh, you can see how well that worked. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. What is happening? What's happening? Nothing is using the internet. Nothing's using the internet. My internet's fine. This is really frustrating. I blame YouTube. I don't know what it is. My internet connection is fine. I got no dropped frames. This has been happening for like 3 weeks. So hopefully it will sort itself out and we can get on with our time to go to float plane. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand. And now it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. Can I use like the backup server or something? What a great way to start the live stream. me check my internet connection. I don't think my internet connection has a problem. It's fine. We're going to keep an eye on it. And if it happens again. All right. Yeah, it says excellent connection. All is well. I don't even know what to do. This is my punishment for slurping on stream. That's what it is. Fingers crossed, everybody. Anyway, my well, you can see here my desk is messy, but it's not near as messy as it was before I had these. There's a lot of stuff in those drawers. That was all on tabletops. Everything that's out right now, I'm sort of in the process of using. So, don't know. Welcome to Livestream. Such as it is. I don't think so. I don't think that it's OBS. People are guessing as to what could be causing the issue. I don't think it's OBS on my end, and I don't think it's my network or my uplink, because the metrics that I don't want to spend too long stressing about it, but the metrics that I have both on my end and on YouTube's end say that everything is great. YouTube says my stream is healthy. YouTube says I'm good. And yet I've like had 2 reconnections for reasons, and it happens at the beginning of every stream. I'll start streaming and then suddenly it'll disconnect, reconnect, and I have no idea why. But that's not what we're going to do. We're not going to spend the whole stream complaining about the internet. We're going to talk about FPV. We're going to talk about FPV. Phantom FPV, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sending all the bits. YouTube says they're getting the bits. At that point, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I'll tell you. Oh, wait, here. There we go. We're going to take questions. We're going to do our best to proceed. Okay? Welcome to the live stream. I'll be taking your questions here in the chat. I'll be taking your questions here in the Discord server. I'll be drinking Fresca and probably slurping and burping. And, you know, that's just what's happening. And if you want to hit the $, leave a super chat. And I will read your super chats a little bit later in the stream. But let's get right into it. While the internet's holding in, let's answer some questions. What is the smallest DJI build available? What's the smallest DJI build available? Asks Dennis Madovich. Dennis, I think that the smallest, like, in the world, I don't know. Like, Mr. Shutterbug has made some custom thing. If we're talking about a bind and fly, I think the Alpha 85 is one of the smallest, if not the smallest, bind and fly you can get with DJI. I think it's down there. I certainly think it's as small as, maybe a little smaller even, than I think is ideal for DJI. Somewhere out there, there's a version of this with a naked vista. Actually, I remember talking about this the last time. I think this one is half naked. I think it's missing one of its heat sinks. So that, to me, is what I think of as the smallest. What about the Firefly Nano 20? The Firefly 2S Nano Baby. Is that smaller? It might be. That's analog. Is there a DJI version? Wow, Firefly makes a 1.6 inch. That's a hexacopter. I'm not sure if that's smaller than the A85. Nano Baby DJI. Oh my gosh. Wow. How small is this? This might be the new winner. This might be the new winner of the smallest DJI quad you can get. That A85 has been my go-to for a long damn time. This thing's pretty small. 1002 Motors. Gemfan 2015. What's the weight? 44 grams. Wow. That's impressive. And they've got the fully naked Vista to save as much weight as possible. This is really impressive. This is really impressive. So 44 grams is really heavy. Let's just not kid ourselves. What size props are these? What size are these props? These 2-inch props? 2015. That's something. That's pretty impressive for a bind and fly. I think this is the winner. Does anybody know a bind and fly that's smaller? Anybody know a bind and fly that's smaller? I think this is the winner. Anyway. One IFPV asks, if you were going small now, would you go with the HD0 version instead? Well, let's look at the weight difference. Okay? So that was 44 grams. The HD0 version, is that the same one? Yes, it is. The HD0 version weighs, 38 grams. So about 6 grams difference. But 6 grams out of 44 grams is like 15%. I'm sorry. Is that right? That's actually right. 4 grams would be 10%. So 6 grams is 15%. That's a pretty substantial difference. The question is, how much do you care about range and penetration? Because DJI, that Vista is going to run at 1200 milliwatts. No joke. You're going to get just as much range and penetration. As long as you don't stand still and let it overheat, you're going to have just as much range and penetration out of the DJI version as you would a larger quad. The HD0 version, I'm going to guess it's a 200 milliwatt VTX. Let's just double check. Does it say? I'm going to guess it's the 200 milliwatt VTX. Suffice it to say, it's not going to, 200 milliwatts, yes. Suffice it to say, it's not going to have as much range and penetration as the DJI version. So the HD0 version is going to fly way better. The DJI version is going to have more range. I think that on something this small, the flight performance would matter more than the range and penetration, because how much range are you really going to get off a 2-inch quadcopter with a 450 milliamp hour battery or whatever it is? Not much. 420 milliamp hour battery. So you can go up to a 750. Well, I suspect that I would prefer the HD0 version to the DJI version, but I'd have to try them out to really know for sure. They make 3 versions of them. Walk Snail? Maybe do you think that would be an interesting video? I mean, that would be quite an investment from Flywoo. What if I tried the HD0 version, the Walk Snail version, and the DJI version of this exact same drone? Tried all 3 of them out back to back. Wouldn't that be interesting? Maybe I'll reach out to Flywoo and see if they're on board. That's a lot of money. It'd be like $1,000 that that's retail. So, that's a lot of money. It'd be an interesting video. Because it would be a test not just of the video system, but also of the effect of the weight on the performance. And we'll just do a giveaway or something. Anyway, that's very interesting. Hey, people in the chat who are talking about the Odonata. There's people in my Discord talking about the Odonata. And then other people are like, stop plugging the Odonata every stream. We don't want Bardwell to get sick of it. You know me too well. You know me too well. Hey, Odonata. I saw we were I was looking at new products because we did the new product roundup today. We recorded it. It'll hit the channel next week maybe. And I saw a listing for the Armatan Odonata. And I was kind of confused. The product listing said, this is the smallest frame Armatan has ever made, or something along those lines. And I was like, Armatan didn't make that frame. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone who knows. The Odonata is like it's either an open source design, or it's like, is it an open source design? But Armatan didn't design that. They just cut it, right? Somebody set me straight about that. Armatan will cut anybody's frame they have a deal where they'll cut the frame. I didn't think Armatan designed the Odonata and was surprised. Yeah, Crafted Quad says, I'm the designer of the frame. It's open source, and Armatan approached me to cut it commercially. Crafted Quads, good to have you on the Discord server. Thank you for your support as well. I was surprised to see it advertised as an Armatan quad. So it's listed here on GetFPV as the Armatan Odonata. And it says, the Armatan Odonata features the smallest frame ever produced by Armatan. I see the wording now, produced by Armatan. They cut it. But this is your frame. I was surprised to see it branded that way. Maybe this is just a GetFPV listing problem. Maybe GetFPV is mistakenly listing it because it does come from Armatan. But it's, I see. Crafted Quad says the Armatan production side is where they cut anybody's design. Armatan Quads is their own brand. And you've done a deal with them to, like, let them use your intellectual property under their own brand. Fair enough. I was curious about that. Anyway. Does it come with the Armatan warranty? Good question. Armatan lifetime warranty. I would be surprised about that. Thank you for straightening it out. How does that compare to the Babito? How does the Odonata 1.6 inch compare to the Babito? What's the size on the Babito? Are they comparable? It's a 35 millimeter. 1.6 inch. Can we get consistent wheelbase 62 millimeter? That's the wheelbase. The Odonata is a 40 millimeter prop. The Babito is 35. So the Babito is still a tiny bit smaller. Got it. Fair enough. 74 millimeter wheelbase on the Odonata versus 62 on the Babito. Thank you for the comparison. Alrighty, well, now we've talked about the Odonata today. We can get that out of our system. Why do the motor mount holes look like that? That's a good question. It's just a triple mount with room. Yeah, there's nothing. That's a pretty standard mount for that size motor, isn't it? I think it is. Interesting. Alrighty. What else do we got? Has the stream been solid? Have we had any dropouts? Have we restarted? No, I haven't heard you guys complaining. I don't know what the deal is, guys. I'm glad you're still with me, though. Bitterroot FPV says, I came inside from flying my Odonata to hear people talking about the Odonata. It's a ripper. Odonata. Alrighty. Let's get some more questions. Mystery D. I haven't even read your question. I just chanced upon your name, and now we're going to ask your question. I was flying Gemfan 5226 props with FPV Cycle Imperials on a 730-gram quad. The props kept exploding mid-flight. So Gemfan said those props are 600 grams or less. Total BS excuse. I agree. That makes no effing sense. Gemfan, the Gemfan YouTube account is in the chat sometimes. They're not here today. I wish they were so they could speak for themselves. And I would like to acknowledge that sometimes when someone comes to the chat to complain about a vendor, they are not fully representing every aspect of the conversation. So we'll sort of take that as possible. But if we respond to what Mystery D says happened, clearly a 52 prop, a 5.25 prop, 5.2 inch. 50, what's the actual dimensions of the 5226? I think that's one of Bob Rugi's 5.25 props, I believe. Let's just check. That's a 5.2 inch. Fine. Clearly, a bigger prop is designed for a heavier quad, right? Obviously. If you said I have a 5.5 inch prop, how much weight can I fly with this prop? Whatever that number is, it's more than if it was a 5-inch prop. Obviously, as you go up in diameter, the weight that it's designed to handle also goes up. So don't tell me that a 5.2-inch prop is only good for 600 grams. That doesn't make any damn sense. And if that was true, we would need to see it somewhere on the product page. But that's not true. This is if your props were exploding every flight, my first guess is that you're tightening the nuts too much. So, Mystery D, this is not the first time I've seen you in the chat, and I don't think it's the first time you've put a prop on a motor. So, probably this isn't the cause. But a common mistake that beginners make is they crank the shit out of the prop nuts. Because they're like, I don't want my props coming off while I'm flying. And they stress the hub, and the hubs explode while they're flying. I'll throw out the possibility that that was happening to you, Mystery D, but it probably wasn't. That if that was said, that's just a bullshit customer service agent trying to blow you off. I don't see any world in which a 5226 prop is. I mean, it shouldn't explode, right? That's nonsense. It shouldn't explode. That's just nonsense. I mean, I would be more inclined to believe that there was a bad batch or something. I would have to give them the benefit of the doubt that it's like a customer service agent who was off message or confused. But that's that. Hang on, people say the stream is stuttering. I'm going to quick look at my stats. Quick look at my stats. TX rate. The TX rate, it did drop. It did drop slightly. Interesting. Weird. No dropped frames, and YouTube has no complaints about the stream health. Oh, hang on. 8:23 p.m. YouTube is not currently receiving data for this stream. The hell? What the hell? What the hell? Did it reconnect for... Why would it do that? I don't know. Mike Bergman, yes. If you crank your prop nuts down too tight, you will explode your props. That's a fact. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. It looks... I'm looking at my router right now, and my traffic is back where it should be. But there was a little bit of a dropout. That's weird. But here's the thing. Did it drop out because YouTube glitched or because I glitched? I don't know. We're going to keep going. We're not going to spend the whole live stream complaining about dropouts. We're just going to keep going. Okay, well. Mystery D has the exact quote from GemFan. As an engineer replied, the 5226 weight is designed for lightweight quads around 600 gram. He suggests you to fly the 5236 instead since it can bear the higher weight than the 5226. Let me know. That doesn't make any sense. So first of all, First of all, I'm glad you gave us the direct quote, because nowhere in there is this person seem to be saying that these props will explode if you use too heavy of a quad, which is just nonsense. No props should explode if the quad is too heavy. They just shouldn't explode, period. If the quad is too heavy, you may get bad flight characteristics. But if the props are exploding, something's wrong. Either user error or manufacturing error. But also, if you have a heavy quad, you would want a lower pitch prop because the prop would be less stressed. Now, if you care about flight characteristics, you would want a higher pitch prop so you get more thrust to offset the weight. But that higher pitch prop is going to be more stressed than a lower pitch prop. It is true that a lower pitch prop is better fit for a lighter quad, but in no circumstances should it explode. Anyway. I think what's happening here is they're just trying to help, and they're suggesting a better prop for you, and they're sidestepping the fact that your props are exploding. I think they're just being like, you know what? For that heavier quad, I think you'll be happy with the 5236. Anyway. There we go. Let's take a couple of super chats. I got to reload the page. Hold on. Let's take a couple of super chats here. Eddie Lancaster, thank you for a $5 super chat. Eddie asks, can you recommend a good pre-built indoor Cinewhoop that can hold a GoPro and uses the DJI HD system? If you want to carry a full-size GoPro, Eddie, I suggest the... Eddie, if you want to carry a full-size GoPro, I suggest this GepRC Cinelog 3.5 or the GepRC Cinelog 3.0. The 3.5 is going to do a better job handling the weight of the GoPro. The 3.0 is going to be a little smaller for indoor use. Either of those is excellent. And both come with DJI. The best situation would be to use a naked GoPro like the Hero Bones, the Hero 10 Bones. And in that case, the Cinelog 3.0 is going to be more than sufficient. There you go. Now, I'm sure that I had a couple other super chats that got missed when I reloaded the page, so let me get those before I lose them and then upset people who tried to donate. Black Jungle 308, Drone Labs UK. See, can I get the whole damn message? Thank you. Or please advise. Best build for 700 Great British Pounds DIY. Well, the good news is, Drone Labs UK, 700 pounds is about right. For, Jesus Christ. Is there anything I can do on my end? I don't know what there could be. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great stream if it keeps stuttering, though, is it? The hard drive is constantly acting because I'm recording. But again, stream is healthy. Stream health is excellent. All right. Let's keep trying. So you're asking for motor suggestions, are you? The Mr. Steel Apex DC or the Speedy Bee V2? Is the Speedy Bee V2 a bind and fly quad or a motor? Please advise the best build for 700 Great British Pounds. Drone Labs UK, I would point you to my website, the Ultimate FPV Shopping List. And nope, wrong. I've got some suggestions here for parts that you might consider getting. Oh, interesting. I have to fix that. Okay. What the dickens is going on with this? Why is this text down here twice? What the dickens is going on with my website? All right. That's... I don't... Did the person who made these changes look at the page when they were done and read the page and think about what was resulting from the changes they made? I understand. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is my website. And I have suggestions for frames and motors and flight controllers for your 5-inch freestyle build. The dickens. Ciati doesn't maintain the website. He contributes content to the website, but he doesn't do the actual edits. Alrighty. Continuing on. The same thing I was doing to my desk this morning, at the beginning of the stream, should be done to my website. Just shut the whole website down. If I don't get my stapler back, I'm going to burn down the building. I'm going to burn down the building. Vince Bodie. Vince Bodie. And I know how to pronounce Bodie because I've seen Point Break. I'm not actually sure his name was spelled like that. What order of steps do you recommend when I receive my first bind and fly? Well, I will be using DJI goggles and controller. I watched a bunch of your videos, but they cover building your own drone. Ah, do they? Oh, do they? Because actually I know of the perfect video for you, but there's no reason why you would ever have seen it. So Vince, I would suggest you take a look at the GepRC Rocket Lite. Oh, this is an older version of Betaflight. Nevertheless, there's good stuff here. Vince, take a look at what you will have to do. Some basic Betaflight. Is that it? What do I do? Yeah. You'll need to install DJI Assistant. You'll need to update the firmware on your goggles and your air unit. You'll need to bind the controller if you have the DJI controller. And then there's some basic Betaflight configuration you'll need to do, assuming you're using a DJI controller. So this is where I would point you. But I would say that the general order of things I would do is bind the goggles, bind the controller to the receiver, go into Betaflight. Aber the Ham says, don't update the goggles until you rooted the goggles. Very good point. If you ever intend to use WTFOS, you should root the goggles before you update them. If you're not sure what that means, this is the video for you. Vince. So what I would do is I would root the goggles. Yeah. Root the goggles. Update and the goggles and the air unit. Bind the goggles and the air unit. Bind the controller. And then I would go into Betaflight and I would do the basic controller setup like aux modes and so forth. And I would be basically good to go. That's the general order I would do. And you could see me do it in this GepRC rocket video that I linked you to. That's the general order. Does routing provide a safety net if something goes wrong with the WTFOS update? Cool Cat, I'm not sure what you mean by routing there. I'm not following. But WTFOS does have a safety net. If anything goes wrong, it will skip loading the WTFOS stuff and it will just boot as normal. And you can also hold down the bind button while powering up, and you will hear 3 beeps, and then the 3 beeps will indicate that the WTFOS is skipping its additional stuff. So the intent is that everything WTFOS does to the goggles is completely reversible and bypassable, that it makes no permanent changes to the goggles. And you can always, and so if anything goes wrong, you can always sort of have a safe way to boot. Oh, it is yes. And we are reconnecting again. We're disconnecting and reconnecting. No fucking idea, guys. Absolutely no fucking idea. Here's what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to keep streaming until this happens at least once more. And just for science, I'm going to run a ping. Oh, great. Yeah, don't do that. Come back. Come back. Come back. Thank you. Bullshit. Windows shake to minimize. Who thought that was a good idea? How do you decide settings? Under the title bar, Windows shake settings. Where the fuck is that? Where's that? Snap Windows timeline. Multitasking. Isn't that where we are? Oh, no, of course not. Oh, where is it? Snap Windows. Where's the... Of course. It's just not my day. Okay. I trace route to... I go to 8 So I'm currently annoyed at the stream, and I'm still streaming just because I want to see what happens the next time that it disconnects. So I'm going to run this ping. And the next time it disconnects, I'm going to see what happens to the ping. And then we'll see what... Perfect. Perfect. Look. Okay, I have proof. Oh, shut up. The fuck is happening to my internet? That's non-conclusive. At the exact moment when it said reconnecting, I was still pinging. And then I got one... All right, we got to do it one more time for science. I have no idea. It's not YouTube because this is pinging a DNS server somewhere out there on the internet. That is Google's DNS. That's true. Who should I ping? All right, let's ping somebody else. How about Microsoft? Oh, they won't let you ping. They're dropping. Who can you ping? Who can you ping? Who is 208.67? That's OpenDNS. All right, let's ping somebody who isn't Google. Why can't I paste? All right. We're going to just ride this out. (192.168.1.1). That's not what we're looking for. All right. I know that Control V is paste. I'm aware of that. All right. Let's try again. What's wrong is that my live stream keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. That's what's wrong. Let's keep going. My computer. That's good science right there. Oh, we got the more pings you have running at once, the more you're sciencing. It's been crystal clear the last few minutes where I've been bitching about it. But as soon as I start actually making the live stream, it's gonna glitch again. All right, here it is. What happened during the disconnect? It's fine. You see? It's fine. I'm fine. My internet is fine. What the hell is happening? Hang on. I'm gonna try to see if I can use a different server. So I'm gonna disconnect real quick and come right back. Can I stop the stream without? No. All right, well, I'm at a loss. I can't change the server without ending the broadcast, which will end the live stream. So, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to just keep doing the stream if it's constantly interrupting me. That's no good. We got to do something else. Because halfway through the answer, then the stream is interrupted. It's no good. If you can't hear the answer to the question, we're not really doing the thing. Only do quick answers. It's fine. Nope, it's... I don't see that option, Ghost Branch. All right. Well... Well, you know what that means. The server. That's the bottom line. Yeah. It's not me. It's not me, though. It's definitely not me. Like, I'm absolutely golden. Yeah. I don't really understand what's happening. My internet is... I think that's it. I just think that's it. I have no idea what to do about it. I think we're done. I'm very sorry. What the IP address I don't know what IP address I'm actually connected to. It's just, I think we're going to call it. I have not tried unplugging it and plugging it back in again. I don't know. If I hit end broadcast, it will just end it. Yeah. If I quit OBS, will it not end the stream? It'll say. I'm looking, Ghost Branch. It's not going to be here. It's going to be in the live control room, isn't it? Oh, yes! Auto stop. Damn it. Auto. All right. Folks, that's going to do it. What if I just kill OBS with Control-Alt-Delete? Let's try that.
Do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me. Do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go and I wanna know. Do you wanna follow? Baby.
Well, that was able to. Now it's still like that. It's not good though.
Baby, can't you see that?
It's not good. I'm like 46% dropped frames. That's it. That's it. I'm sorry, guys. We're done. I've moved on too. Have a great stream, Ciati. Have a great night, everybody. Cross your fingers. It's better to.